Welcome to Danu right here on High TV. I'm at Sugar Bistro and Wine Bar. This is a fabulous place. I've always liked it. It's like my pit stop when I'm driving into Colombo to enjoy some great tasting coffee and have a great meal. But this time around, I'm here to do Danu on Fire, made possible by our friends at LICC Jeans. With me on the show, I have a tall beauty. And as I told you, I have a tall beauty, Nushara Atapattu. So believe it or not, this journey to get here, it has taken a lot of our lives.
Yes, it did.
It's the day where it rained like the farm in Sri Lanka, and everything was underwater. I think you left home at 4.
Yes.
I left home at 3:45. We got here at 6:40.
Yeah, it was quite the journey.
I know. I've never done a PhD on Instagram until today. I'm like, let me look at every nook and corner that is there.
I was videoing the rain and showing my family in Dubai. This is what rain is.
This is how bad rain is. All right, so I'm sure for those who are in Sri Lanka and out of Sri Lanka, you don't need any introduction to who Nushara is. A household name when it comes to being someone who held a title so beautifully. So Nushara, you are always, there are so many Sri Lankans who have come and gone, but you've somehow held your place. Have you ever thought how, why, how has it been?
I have thought about it and I don't know. I don't know, but I'm just lucky and blessed, and I am who I am, really. I haven't changed, and that's I guess it's just me. I have no idea.
So now your life changed, different roles sort of took over. You became a mom, then life took you to Dubai. Did you feel that, this is your island home where you had your own emperor sort of, the Nushara gang was there for you, and did you feel that you were ripped out of it?
I did a little bit. You feel I've contributed so much to this island, to this country, and that's always going to be with me. And but I still feel so welcome here. This is my home. Every time I come back, it just feels like nothing's ever really changed.
Yeah. They just wait for you to come back.
Like
Simple.
You. So
simple as that. Yeah. So good thing about this show. So she was like, brief me about this show, please. None of us did. We were just so cooperative. So I told her this is about food. We're at Sugar Bistro and a wine bar. This at Prescott. Have you ever been here?
I have.
Yeah.
I have been
but
here.
It has given a bit of a new look now.
Yes, it has.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
So we're here to have food and talk. And she was like, food. I like food. So you have a food page, you said. Now
I just started. Yes,
we can't be like.
Okay, sure.
We can't look too pretty and like naughty.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers. She opted for the mint thing. That leaves me with fatty goodness. I think this is like an Oreo shake. Oh wow. Sorry, I can see myself. Yeah. So, do you have where you have? Go ahead.
Okay,
we have to
sure.
eat, otherwise it's like.
Okay, sure. And what is this that we're having?
This calamari, and that is.
Oh, that looks lovely.
Yeah. Calamari is like everyone's favorite here.
Oh, I love it. I wait to come here and have the calamari.
Fish. Yeah.
Or the hot butter cuttlefish.
Dubai is very much like Sri Lanka, right? There's a lot of Sri Lanka there.
There is, and they also enjoy good food. And there's a lot of amazing cuisine in Dubai as well that we enjoy.
What keeps you busy in Dubai though?
My kids.
Just 3.
I have 3 kids. People that I'm connected with. What do I say? There's just, I should write it down because sometimes it's just such a blur. And then my husband and I do a lot of entertaining as well. So we entertain various people and different clients. We meet lots of interesting people. So it's quite a busy life.
Yeah, it's because of the job that he does as well.
Correct.
And it sort of keeps you on your feet always. So tell me about your food page. So this is like you sort of creeped into the digital world because
I did creep into it, and I'm not wonderful at it.
Okay.
My kids are so much better than I am.
Yeah, it's like second nature.
So I'm like, how do I start this? And I want to.
What is this thing called hashtag?
So I thought I would try to train myself to become more techno-friendly. And so we did start this page. I do need to update it because it's been a little bit of a while, but that's because of me. I'm more old-fashioned a little bit that way. But it's an interesting page because my husband and I go out and we eat at various different cuisines, and we have the opportunity to try different things. So, and he often takes pictures because he's such a foodie himself as well. So he takes pictures, and we thought, well, this is very interesting. People should know about this. So we started this page called Gastronism.
Oh, wow. And it's hard to spell it, I promise you.
And so, yeah, it's been interesting.
All right. So I wanted to ask you, now, in terms of maintaining this personality back in the days, might have been really hard because somebody needs to come and do like a press feature or do an interview or like have you featured on a show. If not, nobody will know that you're a model unless they see you on the runway. But right now, everyone just puts up pictures and they become a model. You can be on Instagram, you can be on TikTok, you can be on YouTube. You have so many avenues from when you used to be on the mainstream to now. Like things have really changed. How do you think that someone can maintain standards and maintain that level of professionalism beyond the online world?
That is really difficult question, actually, what you're saying, because I'm not sure how it's working now. Before you needed to go to a proper training school, get trained, learn all sorts of different techniques. People get to know you. You're used for shows.
Like your personality is what needs to captivate people.
Exactly.
Not just a photograph.
Exactly. So, but now everything just seems almost superficial in a way because you don't really know. But I mean, everything now, even your validation is on the number of likes that you're getting. So it is a totally different world. I'm kind of glad I'm not really born in this era.
Because I always say, you know, the stars who we look up to, it could be media, it could be showbiz, it could be like from the Noeline Honta era, that is like from the 70s when the television industry sort of rooted into Sri Lanka. They made a name that have just been written on like stone, like all the way internationally up to now. They're seen as personality because they worked with minimum resources, giving out phenomenal production. So it shows a different type of quality. We'll speak more, of course, when we do come back. A big shout out to all those who are tuned in, and of course to our title sponsor, LICC Jeans. We'll see you on the other side. It's Danu on Fire right here on High TV, your luxury channel. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I have Nushara Atapattu in conversation as we dine at Sugar Bistro and Wine Bar. If you want to check them out, you should, because they have a brilliant menu, and at the same time a menu that just keeps on evolving every single day. And they have a manager you need to come and say hi to. Mention my name, I'm sure he'll give a discount. Yeah, he will. All right, so in conversation with Nushara, now we spoke about how, what can I say, challenging this whole technology has been towards her. Sorry.
No, I know, sound terrible. My kids are going to be laughing.
But now you want to take this photograph and upload it on your very sophisticated food page.
Yes,
but you take the photograph.
I just started, yes.
I will help you upload it. That's what I do for my granddad as well.
No, because you know what? People put filters and all sorts of things.
But do not use too much of filter. It's just a little...
Yeah.
You don't want it to look too fake.
No, you want it to be natural.
Exactly. But if it's too ugly, then you have to make it look pretty. A lot of people will not have their job if you don't have filters. I promise you. All right. So this is our main course. She's having the traditional Sri Lankan bath.
Kahabat, right?
Kahabat. The rice looks really nice.
It's nice. You can have some.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
I have this giant hot dog, and she had such a naughty way of saying it. She's like, I'm sure you can put that all in one mouth. In one bite. She said it, not that I said it. Telling you. Do you have a fork?
I do, yeah.
All right, so while we dig into this, I wanted to speak to you about motherhood. Did you feel that motherhood sort of stopped you from everything that you were going to do, or sort of?
Not at all, in a sense that it slows things down a little bit. But I mean, I think when I was actually modeling with Tiana till I was 5 months pregnant.
Really?
The designers were very kind. They gave me a few things that I was able to still carry. I think maybe because it's your first child, maybe I didn't show as much. Yeah. And then when she was born, a few months later, I was able to work out, get back into shape.
You're back on the runway again.
I was back on the runway. I mean, I would take this little baby sometimes with me.
Okay.
And a couple of times she has been backstage, and I've continued to do my work and continue to do everything that I love doing, even with my second child. Of course, when I moved to Dubai, things got a little bit less, and then I had my third child, which kind of changes your entire body a little bit more. Yeah. But no, I've always enjoyed. I can't say that I've ever really stopped anything. If at all, I gave more of myself into my children and tried to bring out the best in them.
But all three of them, I think, divas of their own stature. The second one, I think, wins the crown for it. All right, so now we spoke about your life in Dubai. How is the Sri Lankan scene? Have you been able to follow? Because from the time you were here to now, we have different platforms that have come forward, like Colombo Fashion Week. Then we have the AOD Fashion Week. So we had so many platforms. So more work, more designers, more competition, and more international exposure.
Right.
How does it feel for you? See it, and what are the changes for you?
Well, no, I mean, it's exciting. Almost I wish that I came a little bit later, because I could have enjoyed more of this stuff even more. Not that I ever regret anything that I did before, but it's exciting to see Sri Lanka taking new steps forward in fashion and design and all that. So I'm not as involved anymore as I used to be, but from what I can see from the outside, it looks very exciting, and it makes you proud.
During your era,
makes me feel very dated. Thank you.
After I said it, I was like, let's do it again. In your time.
Oh, are we editing this part out or not? No. Okay, I'll kill you later.
Back in your days, I don't know how else to put it. You work with some tough cookies, from Lochin to Seneca. There's no mercy with them. If they say
there
2
is
o'clock,
no mercy.
If they say 2 o'clock, you have to be there 2 o'clock.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I thank them for that, because I have become extremely punctual
Yeah.
because of them.
Yeah, you
Except
don't
for this
wanna see-
rain.
Yeah.
I mean, unless like there's like an
But
act of God
I
out
don't think
there that
Loshi
you
nor
can't.
Seneka would have ever understood the rain. They would have been like, then you should have left early.
Should have left at 2 a.m.
That's it. They don't care. The rain or shine.
No, but they're professionals in what they do, and they know how to put out a very good production that's high quality and of a great standard. So
And that's what brings you here again this time around.
Exactly. So all those kind of little things that I have learned from people like that, and it's just also helped me become who I am today, amongst with other people who have been influences in my life. But always to do your best, produce your best. Whatever you do it with excellence.
Exactly.
And that's
So,
important.
just wanted to speak to you about the show that we are also the official media partners for Lochin's show, that's Manhunt, that you're on the judging board for.
Yes, I am.
And are you excited to see all the hunks?
Also, that's when my husband like raised an eyebrow when he was sending me. So you're judging another pageant? I said yes. He didn't know what it was for. I said, well, it's not Miss Sri Lanka this time. It's Manhunt. So I think all my single friends might have been very jealous that I was coming over here to do that. No, but it's interesting.
My body is not ready still.
No, but I think that's really nice to see that Sri Lanka has progressed even in that area where, you know, men can be given an opportunity
of course.
abroad. This goes international, this
Exactly.
pageant, and that they will have doors open to them in the modeling world in areas maybe you never know. It could lead to so many things in acting.
Avenues
that they can sign maybe with agents abroad. I don't know. The possibilities can be endless. So I'm glad to see that opening up for the males as well, not
Brilliant.
just the females.
On that note, we need to take a break. When we do come back, I'm going to do some tutoring off camera about Instagram, and at the same time, we're going to see you with something sweet on the other side. Do stick around. It's Danu on Fire right here on My TV. I'm dressed to match the churros in front of me.
You are the stripes.
I'm like the biggest churro you can ever find. It's Danu on Fire. Welcome to our final segment with you. We at Sugar Bistro. It's an amazing place. It's also raining terribly today, so we are just going to sit through this show and have some warm churros. Now, just to let you know, big shout out to our friends at LICC Jeans for joining us on the show in conversation with Nushara Atapattu. We have spoken about food. I've taught her how to use social media.
A little bit better, yes.
Yeah. She did her first story with us.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's amazing. All right, so now life as a mom, as a model, so many things have gone in your life.
Yeah.
But apart from it all, you have maintained yourself to look fabulous.
Thank you.
What is the secret, dear? Share the beans.
What's the secret?
I'm going to take one of these.
I think it's important to always take a little bit of pride in yourself, so you just try to work towards it. Of course, life gives you its ups and downs. I think for everybody, you will have your days that you feel a little bit bloated and extra, and days that you feel better.
I know you look beautiful on certain days. For me, it's just once a year.
So you feel that. I always tell girls, I said, you know, you should always have a size that's a little, like one size or half a size a little bit bigger, because just on those certain days,
I know.
you're not going to be happy in the clothes that you want to wear.
Yeah.
So then wear the clothes that you still feel confident in and still look great. So you're looking great all the time, even though inside it's just a thing between you and yourself. Not everybody knows that or understands
Have the churro.
Thank you. And with that, whoops.
No, that's fine.
He tells me to have a churro.
Exactly. It's the best thing to
Evil.
What do you like, strawberry or chocolate?
I like them both. What do you like?
I like them both.
Yeah, it's very nice.
But
It's good.
you're a very religious person, and your sister is as well. And how's your sister doing? For those Chanel, you would have seen her sing on many stages, but she's quite quiet these days. She's not here.
Oh, she is here. She runs a singing school, a vocal school.
Wow.
So she coaches young children, and she's very passionate about it, because she's herself is a very exacting person. So she's teaching them all the techniques about breathing, all those things. You need to really ask her. And her students are doing very well. So they've been coming first in singing competitions and doing well in their exams. So she's really passionate about singing. She always has been. always still available for all the shows and gigs that are coming around. She is there, but I mean, in the meantime, you don't get that all the time.
That is true.
So her stable is to be able to coach these children, which she loves doing.
That's amazing. Passing on the talent.
Yeah.
That's what it takes. I think what's important is to teach the stage persons, because
that is very important. It's important that once you've learned something, also that you impart that to somebody else.
True.
Yeah.
So tell me about you're very religious, you're a very calm, collected person. I was telling her, I said, I cannot be my notorious self cracking all these dirty jokes, because I feel that you're so proper.
But I don't know what you mean by like I'm very religious. I mean, yes, I do. I go to church. I have a relationship with God. I wouldn't say that I just go in to tick a box or something, but I go because I want to go, and I do feel a real connection. I feel like I have a relationship with a living God that hears what I go through and helps me through my journey. And that gives me, I think, the peace and the calm that you see in me, because I know things are not in my control, but it is in the control of the one who created me. And if I trust him, then I can be at peace.
I should take that part of your conversation. Because it's very easy to like lose your cool, but if you know there's something above you that will guide you through, it's always so much better. But have you always been this soft-spoken person, always?
I think I have. I have been, when I was a child, I've been a very quiet and very shy child. I'm a lot better now. I can speak to people, and I've learned that through training and through the beauty pageants and all that, and that's fine. But that's just who I am. If I need a louder voice, I'll call on my husband or someone to shout across the room. I can't shout across the room and get your attention.
Really?
There's just no point.
Yeah, I know, she's so soft-spoken. So just to recap, she has represented Sri Lanka 4 times.
Yes, 4 times.
For Miss International?
Miss Asia Pacific.
Asia Pacific in 92, Miss Universe and World in 94, both. Then for Mrs. World in 2000.
2001.
Do you even have one crown at home?
I have a crown, yes, I do. But I don't have others because in the time that I was a Miss Sri Lanka, things weren't given to us.
Yeah. I think it's still the same.
I'm trying to find a nice way to say it, but so we used to have to return them.
It's still the same, I promise. You can buy your own right now in the Hill.
I know.
On that note, we need to wrap things up on the show. Big thank you, Nushara. I know
lovely.
you just landed, and I so wanted to be here. I came straight from the hospital, literally, off the surgery to a show. That's because I really wanted to have you on the show. Thank you so very much.
You've been amazingly committed, Danu. I mean,
thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Until we see you with another brilliant episode, you keep smiling. It's a wrap, and welcome to December. Keep those smiles on.